Hey guys, I'm back with my live session, and this is a very interesting topic. It's about how we upgrade our subconscious. And when we upgrade our subconscious, we upgrade how we attract things in our life. So, welcome everyone. I'm really about this amazing topic, a topic that has really changed my life, and it is about how we upgrade our subconscious, right? So let's first start with everyone. Hi guys, hello everyone. Getting all lovely waves and hello. Let's just wait for a second before we have people join in so they don't miss on something that is really important, which is how to upgrade our subconscious, right? So hi guys, thank you for all the love, thank you for joining me, thank you for spending your precious time, because I know that your time is precious. I'm very happy that you are spending this time with me. So I hope I'm clear, I hope you can hear what I'm saying, and let's start with first, why are we putting so much emphasis on subconscious? Does anyone have an answer there? Please interact, please ask me your questions. Why are we putting so much emphasis on our subconscious? The most important reason that we are putting so much emphasis on our subconscious is because every time that we have an experience, every time that we have an emotion, every time that we have something that really we think is going to shape our lives or has shaped our lives, right? Like difficult ones, the heartbreaks, the issues that we've had in our career, money situations, health situations, constantly struggling with, say, our health goals, or you're struggling with something else. All of this becomes so intense in the way we feel. That experience goes into our subconscious. So what happens? Assume that I've had a really tough time losing weight. What happens? Each time somebody shows me, hey, you know what, this is a great fitness plan for you and it could actually be really great, what happens? My subconscious says, will it really help? Is it really going to work for me? So the subconscious starts delivering in emotions and information to me that already shape what result I get from that particular health goal. This happens also in our when we are in a relationship. If we've had a difficult relationship, or we've had a difficult time struggling in our career, right? Subconscious stores all those emotions. So we need to channelize our subconscious, right? So that is called subconscious, and it's 95%. So many times we think we make all these New Year resolutions and we decide all these goals and we wonder, why do we not stick to it? Why does it not work for us? Because somewhere our subconscious interferes with it. And therefore the topic today is, how do we upgrade our subconscious? How do we actually change this? And it is not rocket science, guys. That's what I'm going to tell you. It's not rocket science, right? So we are going to learn two things here. Behaviors that enhance the subconscious, and behaviors that defeat the subconscious, right? So most important thing is, how often do we label things as normal in our life? Just think of all the areas of your life, right? Relationship, health, career, your routine, your habits that you can't change. How many of these things you just label as normal? Oh, drama in relationship, it's normal, everybody has it, so it's okay if I have drama in my relationship. Don't we all do that? We all do that, right? We label things in our life as normal, as if that's what is happening everywhere around us. If we binge eat, or if we can't stick to a health plan, what do? We tell ourselves, oh, that's normal. Everybody faces a difficult time sticking to a health plan. That's normal. We actually label many things in our life as normal, without even knowing that the minute we are labeling something in our life as normal, our subconscious is saying, okay, that's how Nipa is. That's what Nipa feels when she talks about subconscious. That's what Nipa feels when she thinks about herself. So it's so important that something that we don't even give a thought about. Assume you're sitting with a set of friends and they all are discussing about something that is happening in their house. Somebody's talking about a fight that their parents had. Somebody's talking about an argument that they had with their boyfriend, or you had with your partner, and you're saying, oh, it's normal. Don't put so much thought on it. Drama in relationship is normal. Now your subconscious starts believing that drama is normal for you. How are you ever going to then change your subconscious that you decide that drama is not normal? So you upgrade your subconscious and you tell yourself, hey, drama is not normal. Eating unhealthy is not normal. Every time going out on weekend and getting drunk is not normal. Many things that we are labeling ourselves as normal in our lives just because it makes us feel better, we are actually putting defeating behavior patterns in our subconscious. Are you with me? Do you understand this? So many such routines, habits, health choices, like relationship choices, or somebody has toxicity in their house and they say, oh, that's normal. It doesn't matter. All of this is normal. So if we don't upgrade what is normal for us, we are never going to be able to upgrade our subconscious. Remember this simple rule. If you want to upgrade your subconscious, you need to upgrade what is normal for you. Is self-love normal for you, or is pleasing people normal for you? Is sacrificing normal for you, or having compassion for yourself normal for you? When you do not decide what is normal for you, you will not attract any of the things that you really want, right? So all the things that we discuss in our house, oh, that's normal. That's normal. That's normal. So what happens? Then you get a relationship pattern which is going to reflect your normal. Relationship with drama, relationship with toxicity. So if you don't upgrade your normal, and how do you upgrade your normal? First ask yourself, what will be my upgraded normal that will make me love myself to pieces, that will make me feel amazing about my day, that will make me actually feel that I take care of myself, that will make me feel that while I take care of others, I will put myself first. These are the things that are going to be normal in my life. And that means you'll have to let go what you thought was normal, like pleasing people, not speaking up, sacrificing yourself, sabotaging yourself with negative thoughts, self-doubting. All of the things somewhere along in your life, because of your experiences, choices, conditioning, what our parents say around us became normal for us. You understand this? Take your whole life right now, okay, as we're doing this, take your whole life right now as a movie scene. And you are the main actor of this movie. Take this whole life of yours, okay? And think of putting yourself first is so hard that others to do doesn't end. Of course, putting yourself is very hard. Of course, right? But what if we just break that down, right? And say, which are the 3 or 4 things I will put myself first as my new normal? Can we do that? Maybe we do not want to do with all the things in our life. Maybe we have kids. Maybe we have a family. Maybe we have a husband who depends on us. I understand that. But think of just 3 things where you'll put yourself first before anything else. Just 3. It could be saying, first thing in the morning, I'll put myself first by just doing this meditation and this workout, because that means I'm taking care of myself. Do you realize I'm asking for very, very specific small things that you do, which in your head is wired as I am now, this is going to become my new normal. The first 20 minutes of my day is for me, and that's my new normal. Then I will give time to my kids and give time to somebody else. Think of all the things in your life which you really want to change. And you can ask me questions, right? Think of the things in your life that you really want to change, guys, that you have started to accept as normal. Either when you're pleasing people, or doubting yourself, or procrastinating, right? All of these things that you started to do every single day, and then what happens, right? What happens? Do you have a friend that tells, oh, even this is my problem? And then you think, oh, I'm sharing this boat with another friend. That means this is normal for everyone. Decluttering your life and not being able to let go people who are not serving your purpose. What is this? This has also become a normal thing. Oh, it's very difficult for me to, actually let go people. It's so hard. Hey guys, everyone, we are talking about all our day-to-day choices, activities, behaviors that we consider normal even when we do not want them in our lives. And if we don't upgrade our normal to the next thing, just take one thing in your life that you want to upgrade. One aspect of your life. If it is relationship, what is the current situation in your relationship? Drama? What is the current situation in your relationship? Someone taking you for granted? What is the current situation in your relationship? That you don't have time for yourself or you don't invest in yourself? What are the things that are happening in your life? In any aspect of your choices, be it health, be it your relationship, be it the way you're dealing with your career, your time, that you have said, oh, it's normal, and I've just accepted it. Compromise is a way of life. And then say, how can I upgrade to the new normal? This lockdown and everything that has happened here has helped me upgrade even what my new normal is, right? I never in my life thought I could read a book in 5 days. I never in my life thought that I could cook so many healthy dishes, which actually made me achieve much more of my health goals in during this lockdown. What did I do? I upgraded my new normal. Often when I'm consciously does it, often when, okay, I need you to write your question properly because I'm not getting it, but just look at the things in your life that you have been desperate to change. Why are you not able to change? So then you feel guilty and retract, right? So the thing is, we do this because when we know, oh, I need time for myself, we go to the other extreme. Try not to go to the other extreme. Just take the first baby step that you know that will not make you feel guilty, right? Isn't that difficult? Is that difficult or not? Or is that easy? Just one baby step that will upgrade you to say, now I will remove time for myself. My new normal is that I learn how to eat healthy that is also fun for me. And if you want that, there are a million recipes online. Figure it out. If you guys don't upgrade, what do you think is the difference between the legends like Oprah Winfrey and Tony Robbins and all these people who've achieved a lot and us? Is it because they have a separate, different kind of a brain? Do you think that they are phenomenally extraordinary? None of it. They just upgraded what is normal for them, guys. And their upgraded normal self is immense healthcare, quality time with their loved ones, spending their time really, really well, okay? Ensuring that they focus on how they want to achieve their different goals. So if you think there's a really big difference between, hi, so glad you joined in, Ashrafi. Okay, so when your new normal, for example, let's say you want to do steps or workouts every single day, okay? Many people I know say, oh, workouts are not for me. Oh, she's just my healthy friend. I know some of my friends here will agree, but I can't eat like her. Don't. But if there's something that you like about this person and you think that you want it in your life, then just find your own baby goal and upgrade your normal self. Either if this goes about finding your new entrepreneurship journey, this goes about actually changing the relationship that you have with somebody. If you don't figure what are the things that you have considered normal, where deep inside is telling you, you know what, I'm compromising with my life. This is actually what I don't want. And you've started to be in denial. And then you see yourself very separate from a Dalai Lama and a Oprah Winfrey and a Tony Robbins or whoever you're, Robin Sharma. Talk about all the people that you look up to, guys, whose podcast you listen to, whose journeys you've read. Why is it different? I always thought that reading a book a day was only for Bill Gates. Trust me, I always thought that, and therefore I never attempted to read a book more than maybe a book a month, sometimes 2 months. I always thought, oh, you know, if you're not taught how to be a reader when you're young, when a child, which a lot of mothers are doing now, you can never read for the rest of your life this way. So even though I've always wanted to read, my subconscious kept on saying, Nipa, you know what, you were never taught to be a reader when you were a kid. You were never actually trained. You're never going to be able to read like a book in 4 days and 5 days. Like, that's unrealistic. You can do nothing else in the day and just read a book. Then only you'll be able to read a book. You understand how my subconscious was telling me that me not reading a book regularly was normal for me. So what did I do? I just said, how can that be possible? Let me learn speed reading. Is there speed reading? I learned speed reading. If this guy can do speed reading and that guy can do speed reading and Tim Ferriss can do and Jim Quick can do, why can't I do? Just by changing that, I made a reading goal. And just by learning how to speed read, I now read a book in 5 to 7 days. So what is my new normal now? That Nipa can read a book in 5 days. Now that is a massive goal in my life, which is reading almost 4 to 5 books in a week. Now let's take relationship. I constantly had drama and patterns in my relationship, right? So I thought, oh, you know what? I'm just unlucky. That was the way I used to tell my normal self will tell me. My subconscious will say, unlucky is normal for you. Patterns in relationship is normal for you. So what happened? I constantly attracted all of those patterns in my life because my subconscious gave a signal, this is normal, this is little better than the last one, this is little better than the last one. Till I actually took stock of my life and said, all toxicity needs to be out. Friendships, stuff that is around me, all of it. Can you tell me how to survive with stupid cousins and their wives? Can you imagine, like, when you think of all of these things, what is your subconscious actually told you, right? Your subconscious has actually told you that I just need to survive with them because that's what it is. I can't help it. While you can always create distance. What has social distancing taught us? Create distance, talk what you need to, accept what you can, and change what you can, right? Both of these things, accept and change what you can. And upgrade your new normal, that if I spend time with these cousins, I'm only going to spend X minutes because beyond that, I'm not able to. And people will adjust. People are resilient, guys. And that's when you'll realize, oh, they seem to be fine. Even your guilt will go. So anything. Hi, guys. Hi. We are all discussing how to upgrade our subconscious. So whenever we upgrade our subconscious by changing what is the new normal, there is no better time, guys, than to ask yourself right now, after the lock-in, what is going to be my new normal when I start my regular life? Okay, how will I upgrade my normal to things that will serve me? And how will I let go some things that don't serve me? Okay, and take baby steps so that you are not overwhelmed by guilt. And you see, the minute you do that, suddenly you'll see things come to you, you'll attract things and you'll manifest things you didn't even think of. New opportunities will come. Somebody will call and say, hey, I have a new business idea. Somebody will come and tell you something that has changed your life in terms of your health. You will attract new people who want to help you. But if you don't upgrade this subconscious, how are you going to let those people come in your life who match that vibe, that frequency, that vibration? You're understanding me? Is everybody understood how to upgrade their subconscious by upgrading what is normal for them? And it starts with day-to-day things. Some of the defeating behaviors that we do to upgrade for our normal stuff, right? We keep saying next tomorrow. We'll change this to tomorrow. We'll change this tomorrow. We'll change this tomorrow. So we tell our subconscious, this is not that important, it's okay, it can be just pushed. Then what happens? Even if that goal is really important to you, you just keep pushing. So you tell your subconscious, procrastination is normal for me. Normal, it doesn't matter. That's what I am. I never stick to things. I said this, I never finish things. Right? Is it about how you train your subconscious? Is it permanent, or we need to keep upgrading? Because you know what will happen? It will become like this beautiful addiction. Every time when you achieve something, you'll say, wow, that becomes your recent past performance, right? How do we become confident, guys? Even that is connected to our subconscious. Did you know that? If I change something right now by changing what is normal for me now, which is my upgraded normal, suddenly I will see performance, right? I will see. So first thing for steps for subconscious is figure all the things that you called yourself, this is normal for me, even when you don't like it. First step, because my things can keep changing. That's the truth of life. We need to keep evolving and we need to keep changing if we want to achieve what we see in our role models, what we see in our friends, what we see in people who achieve in something in no time. right? So the first step is write down a list of all the things that you say this is normal in my life, even when you don't like it or you just accepted it because you're making a compromise. Just write down. Don't right now figure about the guilt or the emotions or anything. Just write down. That's the first step. Second step is that if I had to take one baby step to change this, what would it be? What would it be? Right? Just one baby step. And that baby step is something that you feel will come easily to you, doesn't bring anxiety. Any one baby step. And when you start doing that regularly for 7 days and then tell yourself, hey, now my subconscious sees this habit as an upgraded Nipa, upgraded Smita, upgraded X or upgraded Y, right? So your subconscious will now forget the old habit. If you want to then move to the next level, then of course you have to keep upgrading. I upgrade every 3 months. If you want to know, I upgrade every 3 months. Affirmations. Okay, so someone's saying how to have affirmations to lose weight. Before you have affirmations to lose weight, first upgrade your normal self. Upgrade your subconscious. Let actions come, affirmations will come on their own. There's no point doing affirmations if there is no action to say, hey, my upgraded new normal in order for me to lose weight will be that I will actually wake up in the morning and have X hot water. I will do intermittent fasting, or I will eat these kind of meals most of the times. What is your new normal that will, don't focus on, see, losing weight is a outcome. What is your identity? Your identity is that I want to be fit and I want to be sustainable with it. If you constantly just look at outcomes, right, your outcomes will come, but it's not going to change your identity, guys. And if it doesn't change your identity, it doesn't change what you attract. So instead of saying, hi Shruti, nice to see you here, instead of saying that how to lose weight, change it into how will it change my identity. It will change my identity as someone who is always healthy, always eating mindful, always sustaining my health through right steps in the day, and then change your affirmations, right? Such as from a teenage child who has developed social anxiety. Now see, when somebody has developed social anxiety, it's obviously come from some things in her life or his life which she thinks are normal in her life, and whenever they happen, the subconscious actually says, okay, this is what you don't like, get anxiety. So the anxiety is actually coming from the subconscious, right? It is not coming from conscious being, because if it came from a conscious being, she would have actually worked on it, right? So it's very important you figure what are the things that she considers normal that gives her anxiety. She needs to talk to a proper coach because she's a teenager, she might not be able to express. My love life or the lack of one flares up major insecurities. How can I stop spiraling when that happens? Okay. Somewhere your subconscious believes, and you might not like to hear this, somewhere your subconscious believes that there is doubt that will you ever have a great love life. You have put that thought in your subconscious. And therefore, every time when something happens, you go on a date or you meet somebody, that thought comes up. Without even your conscious being, that doubt comes up, right? So your subconscious started to believe that you actually doubt having a great love relationship. And because of that, you never put in your best authentic self that will attract a love relationship. So the most important thing is not to deal with love life, but to deal with self-love. Love yourself enough that you believe that somebody else will love you. Your insecurities will go on its own. There's no point attacking your insecurities. Upgrade what you think about your love life. Upgrade what you think you deserve. Upgrade how you see your self-love in your life. And do it through small habits, right? How will self-love seem in your life if you had to start tomorrow? Would you make healthy boundaries? Would you respect yourself? If you respect yourself, what are the ways you respect yourself, right? So if you actually look at that, you are already upgrading your subconscious, which means you upgrade you believing that you love yourself, which will also change who you attract in your love life. It's also connected, and it's therefore connected to our confidence. So if you're going to ever completely. And I've put down all these steps beautifully in my manifestation masterclass. If you think this is a lot to take and you don't know the steps, you can actually do them step by step, and it will really help you to crystallize where are you not actually upgrading your subconscious. Guys, this is such an important piece in all the things that you're trying to achieve in your life, because your subconscious is constantly giving you signals, and before you can even deal with it, it's already spiraling into the next issue and the next issue and the next issue. This is why most people have started to believe that drama is normal. Not having a fulfilling love life is normal. Not having it all is normal. I was told so often, right? I was told so often, Nipa, you're not compromising. You are not going to get everything in life. But you know what? As I kept upgrading my normal, today I feel like I'm in my best place, be it health, love life, career, right? My confidence, how I feel about myself, all of it. But it's all been my upgrading my normal self and upgrading my subconscious, which was all filled with all the conditioning, my experiences, my emotions. I had to kind of rip them off. And that can only happen if we change behaviors on a day-to-day basis. So this is something that you need to understand, that anything that is not happening in your life is because the subconscious is sending you a different message, a message that you don't want, but you haven't been able to change. So look deep inside and see the patterns in your life. Do you have constant drama in your friendship? Are you constantly giving excuses to start your journey in career? Constantly do you keep feeling doubt that you will not have an amazing love relationship? How to overcome intrusive thoughts? If that, I need to know what are those thoughts, because those thoughts are coming from a story, a mini story of your own life. Steps to break a relationship pattern. The relationship pattern, if it is a toxic one, if you're constantly getting a relationship pattern where somebody is putting you down, first ask yourself, which part of your day and which part of your life do you put yourself down, because that you think is normal. I'm sorry, you might not want to hear this, but that is what you think is normal. When you have toxic relationships, when you constantly have people who put you down, you put yourself down somewhere, and you think that is normal because I don't have this and I don't have that and I don't have this, and my friend said this and my mom said this and my dad said this, and what, it's not my fault, and then we victimize and blame. But what you need to do is you need to upgrade your subconscious by saying, I only will allow relationships in my life, including relationship with myself, that I feel very respectful about, that actually makes me feel good, where there is a give and receive. You understand that? It's all coming because you're not upgrading your subconscious, guys. And there are all steps to this, right? What you really want in your life. What is your current situation? What is the gap between your subconscious and conscious? What are the actions that you need, right? And then how do you upgrade your subconscious with the new you? The new you. Do you think that all these people who we read about, all these legends who created empires, who have this amazing relationship we really look forward to, they have just started off their whole life without any bad experiences? Of course not. Of course not. They all constantly upgraded their subconscious by upgrading what is normal for them. So this is what I say, guys. Do not actually ignore this. Do not think subconscious is rocket science. Subconscious is a collection. Assume it's a treasure box of all your experiences, emotions, feelings. Some of them you don't like. All these things happen to me, right? What happened to you? What things happened to you? Express it to me, right? If you guys have any questions, please ask me questions right now about things that you did not understand. Now, this is your treasure box. You can put all the things that you don't like, or you can put the things that you totally desire, because that's what will serve your life in this particular lifetime and this journey. Okay? So completely take your subconscious as your treasure box, and this treasure box belongs to you, right? You can decide what to remove from it, and you can decide what to put in it. And by doing that, you upgrade your normal self, you upgrade your behavior, and you stop allowing rubbish to enter your life and which doesn't serve you. By doing this, your subconscious said, this is new Nipa. She doesn't allow rubbish. She has beautiful boundaries. She values her time. And then what happens? I constantly, when I waste my time, I get this message from my subconscious. It says, why are you wasting your time? That's not who you are. You love using your time well. Sure, I love my Netflix and I love watching, but I also know that I want to achieve these amazing things in my life. I believe my self-confidence has never existed, and matter how much I try, no fail, because you are trying to train your mind to change your self-confidence. That is never going to happen. Your confidence will first change by eliminating those things in the day that you think are not serving you. Make a list of all the social people. Make a list of your friends. Make a list of your habits and routines. Always start with elimination, guys. First, eliminate. Eliminate that / remove things that are not working. That is the first step that will start enhance your confidence, because we think we can never live without these things. We can't live without these people. We can't live without this stuff. All of this, right? Even our relationship with money. It is something which is normal. Feeling guilty whenever we buy something. Sure, we don't want to go all out and have a very, very hi-fi life, but we know sometimes when we deserve something, but when we still buy it, we feel guilty. Or we doubt, will money ever come in my life? You have all these uncertainties. Now that is coming very, very deeply from all the uncertainties you have in your life, which has made you even feel uncertain about money. It's all connected, guys. So if you don't upgrade that with faith, you don't upgrade that with abundance, by bringing abundance in your day-to-day life, you'll never see money differently. You will never ever feel good when you buy something for yourself. It's all coming from your subconscious. The more deeper, I've spent 7-8 years going so deep into the subject, understanding my subconscious. Now I get the habit. Even today, I'm constantly upgrading it, right? Because I want to upgrade my life too. But I'm first figuring out, where is the gap? Where is the gap? Even with money, right? I always thought, money never stays with me. When I used to have a great job, money would never stay in my bank account. And now when I'm a startup, I see abundance of it. I see different opportunities. I see different experience. Why? Because I somehow believe that my money is driving a positive purpose and it's making people happy. So my money is happy money. You see how I've changed my message? That's what my subconscious believes. So each of this can be changed. So if you have a confidence issue, first, most important thing, first start with elimination. Any of your, even if it's a money issue, a relationship, what is your current emotion with money that are not working for you? And where have they come from? Who told you? Why? Even if it's an old experience, that doesn't mean that the experience will repeat and repeat and repeat. It won't repeat if you stop repeating it in your subconscious. Can upgrading subconscious reduce things like obsessions easily? Upgrading subconscious can bring a revelation to your confidence, a revelation to what you can attract, a revelation to your manifestation, and even things like perfectionism. Even perfectionism is so misunderstood, right? It is progress that matters, and subconscious understands progress. The minute subconscious says perfectionism is what I am, every time something doesn't seem perfect, you're going to get a negative message from your subconscious, which is never going to let you experience something. Progress is the word, not perfectionism. The fact that you think perfectionism is very important means it needs to change, right? To progress, because progress works. Subconscious understands progress. What about improving a long-time disease? How can you train a subconscious to improve? Okay, so the fact that when you have a long-time disease, somewhere you believe in your subconscious that it is never going to go. Somewhere you believe it's never going to be the way it was. So first, you need to start changing that by meditating every day and feeling all the good parts of your health which are working for you. For some time, don't focus on that health disease. Focus on all the things that are working for you. Focus on all the things that universe has blessed you with abundance with your health. So change your mindset. Maybe meditate this 6-7 times a day. Maybe use those parts of your health that are good in doing something that makes you feel more healthy. You need to first change it through your behavior to tell your subconscious that there are many things you have blessed me with when it comes to health. Then it will start working on the things that you need to change. You get this? A lot of these things have to be done by very basic actions coming to what can upgrade the message in your subconscious. So this is what I would say, right? I have given you all the steps. You can also look at my manifestation masterclass. It's on my website, eatbreathesmile.com. You can go there, look at the free class, do the free class. I didn't get the concept of abundance with money by upgrading subconscious. Okay. Upgrading subconscious means telling a different message to your money. Currently, the message about money in your subconscious is all about maybe doubt, maybe scarcity, maybe guilt. So you have to figure what is the negative message in your subconscious first that you think is normal when it comes to money, right? Second thing is figure where is that come from, because it's come from somewhere, and figure if that story still lives in your life, because if it doesn't, then upgrade it to first believing that money will come to me, money is a part of my life, I'll get abundance of it because I'm doing something that is adding value, and it will all be happy money. And I know this is a much more deeper subject, so it's very difficult for me to explain every steps, but you can obviously do that on a one-on-one session or a manifestation masterclass. Yes, I think the manifestation masterclass will help improving health, because it will help improving the way you think about stuff, right? So it might not be your only step. After that, you might also have to do one-on-one sessions with me, but do a manifestation masterclass because you totally believe that you need to match what you want and what you feel. Do the free class, you will get a understanding about it, but a huge part, okay, and you were the one who's asking me about health, manifestation health, you must read the book Heal Your Life, right? There's a part of it which talks about health as well, with manifestation, law of attraction. So it is real, it is possible, and it does happen. Manifestation is a massive part with which you can change your health. Can you share a meditation process? All my guided meditations, I've given 6 or 7, all of them there in your my manifestation masterclass. There are tons of downloadable worksheets. You also get 2 session calls with me, so you can do all of it there. It will just help you do it in a much more structured process, because that's what is going to change, because I put my years of learning into these steps, right? So go check it out on eatbreathesmile.com. You have a free class, or DM me and I can send it to you. It will really help you. I hope this live session was useful to you. Would love to hear from you. Do send me your DMs on it, and I'll be coming back with the next live session very soon. Thank you for joining me, guys. Thank you so much.